Jessica, this is a very controversial visit for the German Chancellor Angela Merkel, isn't it?
Well, Annalise, Erdogan is a very controversial figure here in Germany. Now, Germany and Turkey have an often very difficult but a very necessary relationship, underpinned by the fact that the largest community of Turks living outside of Turkey live here in Germany. And this Turkish-German community tends to broadly support Erdogan. And this is something the German government is very sensitive about. They don't want this community feeling ostracized or isolated within Germany where they live because of these beliefs. But Turkey is also a very important partner for Germany, a very important trade partner and an important partner within NATO, especially with the ongoing fight against the Islamic State. And of course, Angela Merkel still needs Erdogan on side for a very controversial and €1 billion deal to stem migrants from travelling across the Mediterranean into Europe. So there are important links there, but Erdogan has many detractors from across the political spectrum in the German parliament. They criticise what they believe is him consolidating his authoritarian power in Turkey, and are very critical of the fact that his government has what they believe wrongly incarcerated German journalists. And there will be many protests across Germany, and here a big protest in Berlin to that effect. Many groups from Antifa to pro-Kurdistan groups and human rights groups will be taking part in these anti-Erdogan protests, which is why you can see behind me already there is already a lot of police out in force.
And how is this visit being perceived by Turkish-German communities? It's a huge community in Germany.
Yes, well, the Turkish community, as I said, here in Germany tends to broadly support Erdogan. The Turkish community here, it tends to be very religious, and they find favour in the fact that he is bringing Turkish politics and Islam closer together. And when you speak to members of the Turkish community who support Erdogan, they believe that a lot of the negative press about him is untrue, and they believe that he upholds a lot of the Turkish values that they hold so dear, especially when parts of the community don't feel so very well integrated into life in Germany. But members, of course, of the Turkish community here also not supporters, in fact, big critics of President Erdogan. I spoke to Sevim Dadelen, who not only is a member of the Turkish-German community, but she is the head of the Turkish-German parliamentary group. And she told me why she believes that the honouring of President Erdogan in Germany when he visits today is a mistake.
I think a dialogue with Turkey is normal, even taking into account the fact that it's a dictatorship. We need to be able to have a dialogue with even the difficult partners. But I think all the fuss with the state banquet and the military honors is totally inappropriate, given the fact that there are German citizens still held hostage in Turkish prisons, and that Erdogan is suppressing the opposition in Turkey now more than ever.
Sevim Dadelen was actually invited to the state banquet that will be honouring Erdogan, but she said she is refusing to go. Several other MPs also boycotting this dinner. However, another member of this Turkish-German parliamentary group, Cem Özdemir, said that he is going to go to the banquet. He is a big critic, perhaps the most notable critic of Erdogan's within the German parliament, but he says he wants to take this opportunity to speak to Erdogan. So, as I said, a lot of controversies surrounding the arrival of President Erdogan in Germany today.